Leonardo DiCaprio is an Oscar-winning hunk and a favorite of the public. He is one of the highest-paid actors in the world. How the idol of millions' lives, and what was his path to fame, you will find out right now. We made this video at the request of our subscribers. Mixed show presence. How does Leonardo DiCaprio live, and how much does he earn? Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio was born in Los Angeles on November 11, 1974th year. The name of the child was chosen by a mother who, being pregnant, visited the Leonardo da Vinci Museum. Parents George DiCaprio and Ermeline Inden Birkin divorced a year after the birth of their son. My father, who worked as an artist and distributor of comics, soon got married, but my mother never married again. Leo lived with his dad and his new lover, then with his mom. The boy himself liked to spend time at his father's house more. There was a bohemian atmosphere. In the pedigrees of the actors there are Italian, German, as well as Slavic roots. His maternal grandmother lived in Odessa until the October Revolution, then moved to Germany, where she got married. And after World War II moved with her family to the United States. Leonardo first appeared in front of the camera when he was 2.5 years old, when his father took him to a popular children's TV show. The guy at an early age began to attend theater courses and studios, where he diligently studied acting. DiCaprio has starred a lot and successfully in commercials, as well as appeared in episodes of popular TV series such as Santa Barbara, The New Adventures of Lassie, and others. At the very beginning of his acting career, the agent persuaded 10-year-old Leo to change his name. Lenny Williams, in his opinion, would have sounded more American, but the little actor refused. Later, for 4 years Leonardo studied at one of the universities of Los Angeles, where he chose the theater department. The real debut in the cinematic biography of DiCaprio in the cinema took place in 1991st year. Leonardo starred in the comedy horror film Toothpicks 3, and then received a lucrative offer in the film The Life of This Guy. Here, the young artist worked for the first time with the first-magnitude screen star Robert De Niro. In 1993, the actors offered to play the mentally retarded boy Arnie, the brother of the main character. In the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the brother himself was played by Johnny Depp, who personally chose Leonard to shoot in the film out of many young applicants. For this work, DiCaprio was nominated for an Oscar for the first time. Since 1995, Leonardo has appeared in films that have made him recognizable and popular. First of all, this is a Western Fast and Dead with Russell Crowe and Sharon Stone. And Sharon Stone wanted Leonardo DiCaprio to star in the film so much that she gave money to pay his fee. This was followed by the films Total Eclipse, The Diary of a Basketball Player, for which the actor received a fee of $1 million. And the melodrama Romeo plus Juliet. The picture that made Leonardo a world-famous star becomes Titanic, directed by James Cameron. In this film, the main roles went to DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. It is noteworthy that the actor almost refused a role in the film. But the director convinced the Americans of the success of the film adaptation of the drama. For his role, the actor received a Golden Globe and stood on a par with the highest-paid Hollywood stars. In addition, People magazine included Leo in the list of the 50 most beautiful people on the planet. The photo of the film actor began to be recognized by film enthusiasts. For this film, DiCaprio received $40 million, including the fee and a percentage of the box office. At this time, handsome DiCaprio was changing girls like gloves. He had numerous affairs with models, including Amber Valletta, Naomi Campbell, Kristen Zhang, Helena Christensen, Bijou Phillips, Eva Herzogova, Elevator Tyler. He also met with a partner in the film Romeo plus Juliet, Claire Dates, and with Demi Moore, who at that time was married to Bruce Willis. In the 2000th year, Leonardo DiCaprio began his first serious relationship with Victoria's Secret model Gisele Bündchen, which lasted 5 years. Everyone expected that the couple was about to get married because Leo proposed to his beloved and gave him a ring with a huge diamond. But something went wrong. The relationship fell apart. There were many reasons, from a bunch of infidelities on Leo's part to his jealousy of the beauty Gisele. This was followed by DiCaprio's novels with models Bar Raphael, Erin Heather, Anthony Garn, Kelly Rohrbach, with actress Blake Lively, singer Rihanna, and others. Leo mostly chooses girls under the age of 25. After Titanic, there was a slight decline in his career, but the actor soon restored his reputation. He demonstrated his talent in two remarkable paintings. In 2000, DiCaprio starred with Steven Spielberg in the film Catch Me If You Can in a duet with Tom Hanks. The fee for this film was $20 million, and Martin Scorsese in Gangs of New York with Daniel Day-Lewis and Cameron Diaz. Scorsese demanded that everything in the film be natural, so on the set Cameron Diaz really beat Leonardo DiCaprio in the face. Then the actor complained that after several takes his face was numb and his head was confused. He was paid $10 million for this film. In the same year, the actor was offered the role of Spider-Man, but at the last moment Leo refused, and the role of Peter Parker went to a childhood friend, actor Tobey Maguire. This was followed by no less successful paintings Aviator, Blood Diamond, and The Apostates. For these films, DiCaprio received $20 million each. During the filming of the film Red Diamond in South Africa, DiCaprio worked with orphan children from an orphanage, among whom was a little girl who touched the actor's heart. They became friends, and he took her under his care. Leo sends her money every month for accommodation and food, and regularly calls on the phone. In the 2008 year, Leonardo reunited with Kate Winslet in the dramatic film The Road of Change. Then, in 2000, he explored a fantastic future at the beginning of Christopher Nolan, where technology allows you to invade the dreams and subconscious of other people. DiCaprio received $60 million for this film. In the same year, he starred in the thriller with an unpredictable ending Island of the Damned, and Mark Ruffalo played his partner. The most famous films of the following years for DiCaprio are Baz Luhrmann's drama The Great Gatsby, whose fee was $20 million. The thriller The Wolf of Wall Street from Martin Scorsese, for which the actor received $25 million. By the way, unlike the screen hero, Leo has never used drugs. And the comedy western Young, released by Quentin Tarantino. In one of the scenes, Leo had to hit the table with his hands several times. He, as a professional, beat for real, and several times. That's just at one point, a crystal glass fell under my arm. Fragments cut the actor's hand, blood began to flow, but DiCaprio continued to play in the frame. When the shooting was stopped, everyone applauded Leo. Not only did he not stop, but he read a long monologue without being distracted by the flowing blood. After that, he had to apply several stitches, and the scene was included in the final version of the film. The fee for this film was only $1 million. At the end of the 2015 year, DiCaprio starred in the film Survivor, director Alejandro González Iñárritu. Playing the frontiersman Ulises, forced to survive in the inhuman conditions of a cold winter in the Wild West of the early 19th century. The eye, treacherously abandoned to die in the snow, crawled 300 kilometers and was on the verge of death more than once before it reached the fort and did not take revenge on its would-be murderer. The scariest thing, according to Leonard, was the silence on the set. He spends 3/4 of his screen time alone. Unless, of course, you count the bear, which his hero eventually defeated with his bare hands. Terrible physical pain was added to the moral pressure. Well, the Survivor's director is a man of principle. He despises the green screen. Someone else, maybe, would have taken pity on the actor and allowed him to finish drawing snow on the computer, but not Iñárritu. Throughout the shooting day, DiCaprio worked in the cold. My hands, feet, ears and cheeks were numb from the cold. In the shot, Leonardo eats a real bison liver, despite the fact that the actor is a vegetarian. The carcass of the horse in which he slept is also real, and he really climbed into it. But for this film, DiCaprio received the long-awaited Oscar and $29 million. The celebration of the long-awaited event led to the fact that Leonardo forgot the Oscar in a Los Angeles restaurant. On the way out of the entertainment venue, instead of a statuette, DiCaprio mistakenly took a bottle of alcohol. The Oscar was brought to the forgetful actor already in the car. In the 2017 year, Leo began dating an Argentine model and actress Camila Morona. By the way, they met thanks to Camila's stepfather, Al Pacino, who has been friends with DiCaprio for many years. In the 2018 year, Quentin Tarantino assembled an impressive star cast to create a crime drama. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Brad Pitt, the beautiful Margot Robbie, Dakota Fanning, the legendary Kurt Russell, and Al Pacino worked together with Leonardo. The director also invited Maya Hawke, the daughter of Uma Thurman. For this film, the actor's fee was $10 million. Last year, director Martin Scorsese, who decided to try himself in the serial genre. Approved Leonardo for the main role in The Devil in the White City series. DiCaprio will play America's first serial killer Henry Holmes, who built a hotel in Chicago and tortured its guests to death. Presumably, the series will be released in 2021 year. This year at the Oscar ceremony, where DiCaprio was also present, an unexpected guest of the event, Philip Kirkorov, who was shooting stories for his Instagram, to whom Brad Pitt willingly posed, was in the center of attention of journalists. When Philip turned to DiCaprio with a request for a picture, he categorically refused to be photographed. Moreover, he completely turned around and left, hiding in the crowd. Now the capital of Leonardo DiCaprio is $300 million. In the last year alone, he earned $77 million. In addition to royalties from films, DiCaprio makes a profit for shooting in advertising. For example, he starred in an advertisement for Jim Beam, Whiskey for Japan, and in an advertisement for a Chinese Android smartphone, Oppo X903, for which he received $5 million. For many years, Leonardo was the face of the Tucker watch brand. Leo also became the official representative of the Chinese automaker Auto, and starred in a commercial promoting the brand's electric cars. Then appeared in an advertisement for Fiat 500e electric cars. Together with Robert De Niro, Brad Pitt, and director Martin Scorsese, Leo starred in an advertisement for a casino located in Macau. For 2 shooting days, Hollywood stars earned $13 million each. Leonardo DiCaprio is a real estate mogul. Back in 1998, after the resounding success of the film Titanic, he bought a luxurious Moroccan-style mansion in Los Angeles for a modest $700,000 by those standards. But recently Leo put it up for sale for $1.7 million. He also sold his beach house in Malibu for $10,900,000, which is located on the Pacific coast, known as Billionaire's Beach, and a ranch in California for $2 and $3 million. Instead, DiCaprio purchased the former mansion of musician Moby, with an area of 1,500 square meters, located in the Los Feliz area. The mansion, worth almost $5 million, has 5 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a living room, a library, a kitchen, and a yoga room. In the courtyard, there is a picturesque garden, a swimming pool, and a garage. Leonardo also owns a small villa in the Paradise Bay of Malibu, which cost him $23 million. Once in the 90s, DiCaprio bought a house from Madonna for $2 million, and he still owns it, renting it out to actor friends. Hidden in the Hollywood Hills, the mansion occupies an area of more than 1,000 square meters. He also has a house that belonged to the popular actress of the 50s Dinah Shore in the picturesque Palm Springs area, which cost the actors $5 million. He rarely comes here, so he rents out his home. A night in this house costs $4,500. He also owns several apartments in New York. Leonardo DiCaprio's garage consists of a Tesla Roadster electric car, the price of which is $200,000. 2 hybrids, such as a Fisker Karma, worth $130,000, and a Toyota Prius for $24,000. There is also one Porsche Cayenne gasoline car, the price of which is $74,000. By the way, DiCaprio constantly draws public attention to environmental problems. Before starting his career as an actor, Leo planned to study oceanology. He founded the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, a non-profit organization that deals with environmental issues. To date, his foundation has raised more than $80 million. In the 2019 year, together with his colleague Will Smith, DiCaprio invested in the creation of branded sneakers, the proceeds from the sale of which will go to fight fires in the Amazon. Earlier, the actor had already transferred $5 million about the fund for the protection of the biodiversity of this region. Leonardo also personally engaged in the coffee business, founding the Leon brand. Every last cent of profit goes to support the life of organizations dealing with environmental problems. Official social media accounts are rarely replenished with photos of Leo himself, but there are plenty of photos of animals, support for various actions to protect them, and much more. Even in his Oscar speech, Leonardo recalled the climate problems and called for taking care of the health of the planet. DiCaprio invests his money in various companies. For example, he became one of the first investors of the vegan vegetable meat company Buy and Mead. In addition, DiCaprio invests in the Lovedwild company, encouraging the artificial cultivation of seafood. The famous actor decided to go into the hotel business. 10 years ago, he purchased an island in the Caribbean called Blackador Cay for $1,750,000. Now he plans to make a chic eco-resort there. The plans include the conservation of the Manatee Reserve, the planting of mangroves to replace invasive species, and the construction of pitchforks over artificial reefs and shelters for fish. Leo plans to build 68 pitchforks for rent, as well as 48 private houses, for which he will have to pay a lot of money. From $5 to $15 million. The resort plans to open in the 2020th year. Why do you think Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't married yet? If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, so as not to miss a lot of interesting things.